No, she just reached in and gave me my watch back, which was nice.
Oh. Hey Nerdtopians, welcome to episode 3 of NerdtopiaScope.
Yeah, this is the show where two guys just sit around talking about random nerdy subjects.
Okay, so before we actually get into the main bit of the show, just got a couple of things to mention from based on last week's show. If you remember, ages ago when we released that, we were talking about a nice little game called Pause Face, where you pause things on TV and upload it. Now, never for a second while we were creating the show did I actually think someone would pause face us. Yeah, well, they did within a matter of minutes, and we ended up with these lovely examples here. Okay, and also, on last week's show, we were talking about, well, you were talking about scenes you couldn't watch. Yeah. And the reason Chris did that as a solo piece was like, well, I can't really think of anything that freaks me out when I watch movies. I couldn't recall any times where I'd have to cover my eyes and look away. I then decided to watch Event Horizon. Twice in that film I had to cover my eyes and look away. First time was when the lad's in the airlock and the explosive decompression starts and he's got his eyes covered and there's just blood streaming out of his eyes. I was just like, ah. And then there's the second bit, which is later on after Sam Neill's gone totally batshit crazy. And he decides to claw his own eyes out, and you see him sort of grab his face and just rip his eyes out completely. Now that really freaked me out as well. Although, I did actually hear, I heard a rumour over the Facebooks that they've discovered a longer cut of the film. Apparently there was an original cut of the film, which is about 40 minutes longer, that actually had a lot more gore scenes, but it didn't really pan out very well with the test audiences, so it got cut down. That's why it's only like an hour and 25 minutes long, which is quite short. But the directors recently unearthed this longer version, and so fingers crossed.
I must find this footage.
Well, hopefully it's going to be a special edition DVD release. But yes. I mean, I watched it again and I forgot how gory some of the gore scenes actually are. It's like, well, if they cut half an hour of gore out because test audiences didn't like it, how bloody horrific are they going to be? So awesome. That's one to, hopefully this isn't just a myth and it is true, and there'll be a special edition to look out for.
Brilliant. Okay, I wouldn't be doing my job as a horror fan or a horror reviewer if I didn't review a film now and again. And I just thought I'd share one of the best films I've watched for, must be at least the last 5 years. It's called Behind the Mask, The Rise of Leslie Vernon. Now, it's not a big budget film. It's not full of big Hollywood stars. But it's one of them films that proves you don't need a big budget and you don't need famous people to make a really good film if you've got a good script. It's all about a serial killer called Leslie Vernon. And he wants to make a film. Now, this film is a documentary, and he invites a film crew to follow him around as he learns how to become a serial killer. He gives away some of the tricks of the trade. He explains why serial killers always seem to be walking when everybody else is running. Apparently, it's all about the cardio. And he explains how doors always seem to close. Well, that's just simple old fishing wire. As I said, the cast of the film, they're not huge stars, but they are cult actors. You've got Robert Englund of Freddy Krueger fame. You've got Kane Hodder makes a cameo appearance of Halloween and Friday the 13th fame. And you've got the little munchkin woman from Poltergeist. The go to the library. She's a librarian who doesn't last very long at all. Anyway, this film, it's full of twists and turns. It's just so good. For the money that's gone into the film, for the script, for the actors that they've got, for the budget, it's just such a good film. I really can't praise it enough. And I think, in fact, when I reviewed it, I think I did give it 5 out of 5. So, if my review to you, my recommendation, find it. If it's on DVD, if you've got to burn it off the internet, legally, just find it, watch it, you'll love it. Any horror fan, it's recommended watch from me.
Okay, so in this section, we're going to be talking about scenes we like in films for no particular reason, not for the awesome cinematography or the excellence of the writing or the special effects, just the random bits you like in films, just because they're ace. So, here they are. Okay, so the first one is going to be one of my favourite things from all time in films, is in Jurassic Park, the original one. There's the bit as they're going round on the tour before all hell's broken loose, and Muldoon's is like, quiet! They're approaching the Tyrannosaurus Paddock. And it's just the way he says Paddock makes me laugh every time, and it's now the way I say Paddock. When I see a sign that says Paddock, that's how I have to say it, and it amuses me no end because I'm childish and simple like that.
Okay, first one for me would have to be Devil's Rejects. Captain Spaulding, the scary clown, walks up to a car that he wants to steal. It's got a mother and child in it, and the child takes one look at him, freaks out. So he goes like, "Don't you like clowns? Don't they make you laugh?"
Yeah,
and this kid absolutely freaks out. I mean, the look on his face, he'll be haunted for life. It just absolutely kills me with laughter.
He's a pretty terrifying fucking clown, isn't he, really? Don't we make you laugh? Yeah, and it's like, yeah, you don't. You make me cack my pants. Oh, it's brilliant.
Yeah.
So the next one is in 28 Days Later. And it's right at the start of the film where the animal activists have broken in to try and free all these monkeys. And the guy comes in and he's like, stop, they're infected. And they're like, yeah, infected with what? And he's like, they've got rage. And it's just the fact that it's a Brummie accent, because you don't generally, TV shows and films are quite good to keep Brummie accents out of it.
Nobody wants to see the Brummie.
Yeah, I know. I had one for years. Thankfully, it went away when I moved a bit. But they like to, generally it's an unwritten thing is we don't put black country accents on television in this country. You don't want people to know that people from Wolverhampton exist. You don't. But it's just that they've got rage.
Surprisingly, not many people have seen this film, I've just learned, but Cherry Falls, about a serial killer in America going around killing virgins, as you do. There's one scene where Brittany Murphy's character is trying to get a policeman to follow her, but he's adamant that he won't leave his post, and he just comes up with the line, "I can't just split!" Just as the murderer decides he's going to hit him over the head with an axe, splitting his head. It's just, one of those irony.
Irony.
Yeah.
I think he means irony.
Yes.
But yeah, I don't know. I think that bit's an homage to the Running Man. Like, where's Buzzsaw? He had to split. Which is another one of my favourite things of all time, along with "Hey, Christmas tree," or the the least witty line Arnold Schwarzenegger has ever said. "See, was Sub-Zero.
Oh.
Now, Plain Zero." I mean, it's not even witty. It's brilliant. I mean, all he needs to say is, with a dry cool wit like that, I could be an action hero.
It's probably one of the best jokes ever told in Germany or something like that.
Maybe back in back in Austria, it's a classic. It's like their version of a knock joke. Okay, so my final one that I just love for no reason is in Predator. Well, in Predator, there's lots of bits I love for no reason, like the sexual Tyrannosaurus bit, or you're bleeding. I ain't got time to bleed. Got time to duck. but it's the bit with the guy when they're all starting to lose it a little bit, and he's just there with the razor blade, just shaving until it finally snaps. And I think if you've ever seen Predator the musical, that's on YouTube. If you haven't, go and search for that now.
Musical?
Yeah, someone's done the musical. Predator the musical. It's fantastic. And when it gets to that bit, it's like, "Stop shaving, you don't have a beard." And that's just what I've always thought. I'm like, why the hell's he shaving? He hasn't got a beard.
Bill Jukes.
Is it Bill Jukes?
Bill Jukes.
Yes. Well, tell Bill Jukes to stop shaving.
He doesn't have a beard. Okay, my last one. It's from Kick-Ass. I mean, there's plenty of bits you can pick from this movie. But it's just the one bit where Nicolas Cage is asking Hit Girl what she wants for her birthday. And she turns around and says, "I want a pony." And he just looks at her, totally disgusted. He's like, "What?" He's like, "Huh, I'm just shitting you, Daddy." It's just this little innocent little girl saying, "I'm just shitting you, Daddy."
It's just, yeah. Everyone loves when small children swear. It's always funny when children swear.
Yes. Inappropriate.
Exactly. But she does it so well as well, She's only, what 12, 13?
13 years old,
yeah. And just, she's got the swearing down to a T. It just sounds so natural when she says it. It's fantastic.
Awesome.
Okay, guys. Thanks for watching. That's been another episode of NerdtopiaScope. Don't forget you can leave us comments either on Facebook or on YouTube, or you can email us directly at nerdtopiascope@feralgoatfilm.co.uk.
Also, don't forget to check out the YouTube channel, which has got all of our podcasts on it from the NerdtopiaCast network. You've got nerdtopiacast.com, FilmTopiaCast 3000, and also the Snugglebun takes on The Walking Dead.
Okay, guys. Thank you very much, and we'll see you next week.
That's a lovely face, babe.
Everything's super!
This has been a production of the NerdtopiaCast Internet Network. Be sure to check out more podcasts, videocasts, and articles at nerdtopiacast.com.